Welcome, Conjurers. I'm Dicebag, and this is my solo campaign for Crytures, my monster collecting tabletop RPG. Last time, our team got a little deeper into an ancient temple they're exploring. They had to break down a door to do it, though, and a pack of construct creatures were waiting for them on the other side. We left off in the middle of the fight, and both sides have taken one casualty so far. So, Torpal is gonna go ahead. He hasn't done anything to burn any mana, so he's going to spend a mana right now and use Fire Up to give him the Empowered status. So, here we go. That is basically the opposite of Weakened. He gets a +1 bonus to each of his dice whenever he makes an attack. So, now he is going to go and blast him. Ooh. Oh. Petrodon has an evasion of 5. We roll a 10, 9, 6, 4, 8, 2. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. 6 hits. 3 damage per hit. That's good. 18 damage. And that's a crit, which means he is wounded. So he is going to take ongoing damage. Alright, that was not a bad turn from Torpal. Flory again is just going to knock an arrow in her recurve bow. And I don't think there's anything else she can really do right now. And she's gonna take a few shots probably. Let's see. She does take a penalty because there's cover in between. But she has the high ground, so it kind of cancels it out. So we're just going straight. And we're targeting 5, so 5, 1, 9, 9, 3, 7, 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 3 damage per hit. That's a good 12 damage. Good thing we can just focus fire on these guys. And Philip is back here staying out of the fray. He doesn't need to. He has a clear shot. He's gonna take his orb again and do the trusty focus fire at 1, 10, 7, 8, 7, 8, 10. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. He rolled more hits than he has dice. What? 8? What is 8 times 3? Freaking 24. 24. That's... yeah, he's down. That guy's down. Thank God. We took out a second one. Things were looking a little hairy. I was thinking we were going to lose more than one. Or we were going to take some serious casualties, but I think we're going to make it. We were able to catch him at the door and kind of, keep him coming one at a time. Otherwise, this might not have done so well. Anyways, though, the next Petrock is coming in, and he's got the Bashing Fist ready. The good news is, Squumper is resistant to that. Alright, here she goes. Bada bing, bada boom. Squumper has freaking probably like 6 defense, 6 deflection, and a resistance. Bam! That's a 4, 6, 6, 2, 1 roll. That is a miss on every die. Take that. Hell yes. And now they're just sitting there waiting. Also, it was a weekend, so that's even worse for it. It sucked even more. Even more than what its dice said. So here we go. Toxid is coming back up. And he's got the billowing fumes again. Now hold up. Billowing fumes, I believe, is a melee blast. It is. So in order to hit anything, he would have to hit Squumper as well. Squumper, on the other hand, is resistant to poison. I don't know if it's worth it, though. I wonder if Miasma is any better. Let's see. It's a Blast 2, though. It's a Blast 2. That's a bigger area. No, wait, it's Personal Blast. Oh, that's even worse. That target's centering on him. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. Toxid would join Squumper at the back of the queue, but actually he could delay his turn, and yeah, let's do that. He's gonna delay his turn, set it back to 0, and then after Squumper acts, he will act. Actually, it's not really gonna make much of a difference, to be frank, because Squumper only has one freaking action that he can do. Kristoff, what are you even doing? Kristoff is just gonna get the hell out of there. He's gonna back off and retreat. He doesn't want to get knocked out again, like Cheapy. And that'll remove the stun marker off of him. Cheapy is down. Squumper is also stunned, but he can at least make an attack. So let's go ahead and shield bash this guy and hope we can finish him off. Those rolls do not look very high, unfortunately. Let's see, we're shooting for a deflection of 5, and he's got a advantage for the martial attack, so that means we're shooting for 3. 1, 2... Oh, we got a 7, 4, 2, 1, 5, 2, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 hits. 15 damage. Is not a whole lot. He's still hanging on there just a little bit. Just a little bit. But that does get rid of Squumper's stun. And of course Toxid still can't do anything because Squumper's in the way. So he's just going to pass his turn and remove the stun. Actually, he's not going to pass his turn. He is also going to move one. He's going to just move back here. Out of the way. Alright. We're back around to Psychic. Let's see, should we... You know what? It's not gonna matter. I was thinking, should we move into a place where he has a closer, better line of sight, but he'd be sacrificing a bonus and a penalty for no penalty or bonus, so it doesn't matter. Psychic's just gonna space wrinkle that guy and hopefully finish it off. Yeah, 6, 5, 2, 8, 1, 10, 2. The 10 is enough to knock that guy out. Down. Oh wait, I should have put him over by the side. I think it was a Juggernaut. Zero. Alright. Okie dokie. Psychic, good work. Scritchies all around. Let's see. Psychic is vain though. Does that trigger anything? Let's see. Creature is summoned. Creature succeeds at a task that another party member failed at. I don't think that really counts. Because we did have other people knocking out the other things. Yeah. We'd have to stretch our definitions of things to say that he succeeded at something someone else failed at on that. So let's see. That Petrodon is already out of commission, so this guy is the only one left, so he's gonna scooch in. And let's see, what can he do? I'm thinking like Quaking Stomp is probably the only thing he can. Well, Quaking Stomp kinda sucks. It's a personal blast, which means Petrock would get hit too. He could do like the others and do that, what do you call it? The Trimmer, but he's still only gonna hit one thing. But that seems to be like his best option. And Squamper, yeah, no resistances or vulnerabilities there. So Petrodon, yeah, gonna Trimmer and just hit Squamper because that's the only thing in range. So let's see. 1, 7, 5, 4, 10, 9, 3. Let's see, Squamper has an evasion of 5. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits. That's probably enough to take him out. Or not. He is hanging on with 2 health there. He does, however, get stunned. Dude, I don't know. I think the stun on this attack might be a little bit much. It might be a bit much. I might need to like increase the cost of that. 1 stamina for a blast that stuns on a crit and does 3 damage. It might be a bit much. I don't think I would have had much trouble with these guys if it weren't for that specific attack. But then again, we are in really close quarters and it's like hugely powerful in that situation. Alright, anyways. Time for Torpal again. Here we go. He's not going to fire up this time. We're winning this fight pretty handily. He doesn't need to really beef himself up any more than he already is. So we're just going to go straight to the flare. Oof. Oof. Well, he's got the high ground and he's got a disadvantage from the resistance. But he still needs to hit like a 5. And he's not hitting 5s. He's got 1, 4, 4, 3, 7, 8. So he only deals 2 hits this time. Dang. This is where things get hairy. Alright, so Flurry. Flurry is again going to just knock an arrow in the bow and start firing off. She's just been firing from the same position constantly, over and over. Let's see, evasion of 5. She hits a few times. Let's see, we got a 5, 7, 6, 10, 2, 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She hits quite a few. Let's see, 7 times 3, that's a good 21 damage. Man, that thing is getting notched with arrows. It's full of them. It's full of arrows. Now Philip is coming up, our other damage dealer of the humans. This guy's on a roll. He is wielding that orb like nobody else. Alright, we got the 5 evasion. Actually, he's got the -1 on the evasion, so he only has to hit a 4. So we got 8, 3, 8, 3, 5, 8, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits. Another 15 damage on that guy. These things are tough. If it weren't for that, if it weren't for the toughness and the quake ability, these things would be freaking destroying us. Or we'd be destroying them, actually. Right now, they're kind of destroying us compared to how strong they're supposed to be. And Petrock here can't really do much. Petrock's going to kind of shift out of the way so it can't be seen. And then Kristoff ain't sure what to do at the moment. He's kind of low on health. He can't really get in there because he's just a melee guy. You know what? I think he could whip out his crossbow, though. He does have a crossbow. He can take a pock shot at that thing. And, ooh, he's not bad with the crossbow, actually. Let's see, He's got an evasion of 5. He's on high ground, and, yeah, let's just give him that. You know what? He is kind of firing from further back, so maybe we should consider it like he's got cover. So we'll call it that. We'll just not give him the normal bonus. On the other hand, every single one hits anyways. So who cares? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits with a crit. 6 times 3, that's a good 18 damage. He is getting low. He's getting low, and Cheapy would be taking his turn, but he's dead. And Squumper is up next. Squumper, once again, is not doing so hot. Does Squumper want to... You know what? Squumper's got the bodyguard trait. He's built for this. He's here to tank all the damage. He doesn't care if he goes down or not. We're doing it. We're shield bashing this guy and then taking on the next one too. Dang. Ow. Alright, that thing has what? Deflection 6. Deflection 6. And weakness. So he only needs to hit 4. So we got 3, 10, 7, 6, 5, 6, 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. 7 hits. He only needed 4. That one's down. Bam. And things are looking up. Toxid, though, is probably in a position where he can't even do anything useful. Let's see. He's got speed 4. Yeah, he ain't going anywhere important. Should we even bother moving him? Probably not. So it's back around to Psykit. Psykit says, oh, I can get in there now. 1, 2, 3. Maybe Psykit doesn't want to get in there. He would have to engage in melee. On the other hand, he does have a shot at this. It's gonna be, you know what? It's gonna be the same thing where it's got cover, but he's got the high ground. I don't know if that would actually make a difference. You know what? Psykit's gonna come down to ground level and take a shot. I think he hit 1 time. Alright. This thing's got a resistance and it's got cover from the being around the corner. He rolls 2, 3, 5, 3, 4, 9, 2. I can add an evasion of 3, so we need to hit a 5. Actually, no, we need to hit a 7 because of the double disadvantage. We only hit once. However, that does mean that we get to teleport him one space. So we can put him in the sights of everybody else. And that means Torpal. He is, however, out of range of Torpal's light. So he's gonna take that penalty. He is on the high ground though, and he's got a clear shot, so high ground, clear shot, resistance. So he's gonna take 1 penalty, so -2. And he gets +1 from the empowered status anyways, so -1 to all rolls. That's not bad. And let's see. We're shooting for an evasion of 3, so we need to hit a 4. And we hit almost all. 1, 6, 5, 6, 4, 10, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits, 3 damage per hit. 18 damage. And one of those is a crit, so yeah. He is bleeding out, on fire, burning, seared. Should we have Flory just go in and kind of... You know what? It's not really that hurt. I was thinking maybe we could have her try to capture it, but I don't think she'd be willing to waste a binding crystal. I'm not willing to waste a binding crystal. She's already got 2 creatures. She can't carry any more at this time anyways, so we're not gonna try. Problem is, it's outside the light range again. So she's gonna delay her turn. Delay her turn behind everybody else. All the other people who delayed their turns because it's too crowded. Philip again. He is just out of range of that thing, actually, but he can shift up. He can shift up and take a shot at it, but he's gonna take a penalty. You know what? Should I let them? Should I let them shoot things that they can't really see? I guess he knows where it is, more or less. We'll go for it. I'm just ready to get this fight over with, honestly. So blasting through the orb again. Here we go. With an evasion of 3, that means we need to hit a 5 or a 4 after the negative evasion and the penalty from the darkness. So we got 6, 7, 4, 4, 3, 4, 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. 3 damage per hit, that's 18. He is down. Finally. That was a convoluted little melee there. But we came out on top. We only got 1 guy knocked out. It was a little hairy there for a second. When they came out of the gate, blasting like half the team or more, and stunning them. Ouch. Ow. Seriously, ow. Alright, so I've gone ahead and dealt with their downtime on screen, off screen here. So these guys have all rested up. They spent their stamina and mana to refill their health and all that. Flory is, of course, out of mana because her creatures took a lot of damage. So she's gonna be, well, she can't heal her creatures anymore today. So if one of hers goes down, it's down for the rest of the day, and we'll have to retreat back to camp and get some rest before we can bring them back. So we're just gonna go ahead and kind of look into this place here. So first thing we're gonna do, Philip is kind of up next, so I think I'm just gonna have each conjurer kind of have their creatures take their own turns while they're doing it. So he's gonna come in here, and then Torpal is gonna position himself in a place that he can actually see everything, since, you know, he's the light source mostly. And then we're gonna go ahead and roll to see what is in here exactly. So let's see, we need to bring up the ruins, and then we're gonna roll, well, this is 9 and 6, right? Let's see. 9 is another altar. Pillars and an altar, okay. So, we've got an awful lot of altars in this place over here. It's getting a little weird. So let's see. Pillars. Obviously, this place was very deep into some kind of magical practices. Obviously, it's a temple, but man, they were really going at it. So that's what we find over there. And this, of course, is a 3-sized room. So it's got 3 sections that each have their own features in it. And we'll have to light this place up before we can actually see what's out there. Philip, on the other hand, can go right ahead and start taking a look at this. And let's see what our features say. First off, we're going to have to do some magic detection on this thing. That's just going to be sense plus magic. We've already got a macro for it here. Ooh, okay. 6522210-7. Let's see. And yeah, that's definitely enough to get a sense of what's going on with this thing. So, question. Is it cursed? It does not appear to have any magical effects on it. Nice. That's good to know. So, he's just going to go ahead and kind of see what we can do with this. So, let's see. We'll just roll one time on the loot table here. What do we find on this thing? A 4? Okay, this thing, we're going to have to roll to see what else this is. I rolled a 2-handed melee weapon. Ooh. A flail staff. Just sitting on here. This must have been a work in progress or something they just finished. Or put on display. Alright, so we're gonna mark that down. And we know that anything found on an altar is automatically like magic of some kind. But we don't know the nature of it yet. We're gonna kind of leave it there because it's probably heavy and we'll investigate it later. So that's Philip's turn here. Kristoff Kristoff is gonna light up a torch of his own, and he's gonna look over in this place. So we're gonna knock one of his torches off. Why isn't he carrying more torches? He's the buff guy, he should be carrying torches. And what do we see exactly? Two and 8? Let's see. A simple chest with a large statue. Okay. So where's our statue here? Okay. Here we go. That's a little too large. Maybe like so. Okay, so he gets to see all this. And he is probably not going to do anything else with it. I think he's going to want other people to kind of interact with it themselves. But he will bring Cheapy over with him. And then Flory, let's see. She, I believe, is kind of our roguish person, even though she doesn't exactly do well with the lockpicks, as last time we found out she broke them on her first attempt at using them. But she's the one that's better at finding all the traps and whatnot, so we're gonna have her come in and kind of have a look over with this chest over here. So let's see. She's going to be rolling Sense plus Observation. That's 5d10. What can we find on a simple chest? Let's see. Alright. 2, 5, 10, 3, 4. We see... Yeah, we get a good look at it. We can see anything that's wrong with it with that roll. So we're going to roll 2d10 to figure out what exactly is going on with it. 3 and 5. Not locked, not trapped. Alright, it's safe. It's safe to just go in there and grab whatever's in there. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see, we get one more roll. A 10. Okay, it's full of shards of some kind of crystals. Let's see, do I have a specific crystal type? I did not. We're gonna have to figure that out later. Dang it. I got so prepared and I'm still missing something. Alright, we'll mark that down. How many though? How many? That is the question. 1. Just 1, okay. Nice. Wonderful. Now we're back to Philip around here, so we're gonna have him diagnose this thing over here the doctor is in. We're gonna check out this altar here. Hopefully it's not questionable because we used up most of our cleansing materials. Alright, we got 10, 10, 5, 4, 9, 9, 9. Yeah, he can see that plain as day, whatever it is. Let's see. It is, in fact, cursed. It's glowing! It's glowing with creature residue, practically. It can smell it. Alright. Philip, are you up to the task of getting rid of this? You only got like one shot. Did I forget to knock any off? I think I did. You only got one shot, buddy. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to dispel this thing. And if it don't work... 7441944. We need 3 8 or higher. That is not gonna cut it. Philip, dang it. You got 7 dice on this thing and you still couldn't hit 3 successes. That's a shame. We can, however, look at what's on it. So what do we see? Let's see. An accessory. Okay, well, interesting. What kind of accessory? Four? A circlet, okay. So let's move this up to the token layer, and we'll mark that down. Since we can't access it yet, or at least we don't want to touch it because of the curse, we are gonna leave it there and not really count it as something we're picking up. Now, the only other thing we have to interact with really is the statue over here. And I'm not sure if I really have much going on there. Let's see. Large statue. We're gonna want Philip to take a look at that one too, but let's see. Flory doesn't want to interact with it until we actually have the doctor look, but she is going to come down here and have a look at this thing. See if she can find anything special about it. Let's see. Sense plus observation is 5d10. Okay, 99671. That's a good roll. We get to see, does this thing have any special compartments? Nah, but it's got nothing. Nothing special going on here. Just a big old weapon. No curse, no nothing. Alright. Philip, get back down there and take a look at that thing. Detect magic again. 6993463. Let's see. Yes, we do. Tell it is not cursed. No curses. Nice. So we can just have this thing looked over. In fact, I think Philip is going to take a bit of a study with it. Maybe, actually, I don't know if Philip is really any good at that. He has 0 in history. Maybe, we'll have to have somebody else come back. We need freaking, what's his name, Justin. That's what Christoph is saying. He knows Justin. Justin would know what this is. So then we're just gonna have Flori come back over after that, and she's gonna look it over real closely now that she knows it's safe. Let's see, 65866. Alright, yeah, she gets a good look at it. And it is nothing. Nothing special. No hidden compartments, nothing. Alright. Now we get to go and increase our risk by 1. Also, I've been tweaking the rules for risk that I had before. So, originally I had it just so that risk just increases constantly. But I figured when you're going in here, there's gonna be a limited amount of creatures actually in the place. So it makes sense that you're not gonna run into like a creature encounter in pretty much every room. But with the way I was doing risk before, it was pretty much guaranteed after a certain point. Every single one was gonna give you that. And so instead of like having battles increase risk, we're gonna have them decrease risk, because you're knocking off inhabitants after you finish a battle, so there's less in there. But investigating a room and spending time rummaging around, that does increase risk, so we're bumping it back up to 3. And we're gonna take a look at this door. First of all, is there an encounter in there? 2. Risk is 3. So that's a no. There's nothing in there, and that's probably for the best. Alright, so we need to set things up. Actually, we need to check if what the doors got going on. We roll 3d10. Wait. Not that. Flori needs to take a look. 62882. Alright. Yeah, it's too dark. She can't really see much going on in there. So, who wants to breach the door? That is the question. I guess it's gonna have to be Kristoff. So, let's get things set up. We need the light source right there so we can actually see inside. Actually, Kristoff has a light source, but he's gonna kind of have to drop it if we want to actually fight. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our melee guys kind of like so, closest to the door. And then Flori and them they'll basically all hide behind cover, okay? For when they get the door open. Kristoff is gonna take his chances now. He's gonna open up the door, or at least try to. 8, 8, and 10. It's locked, stuck, and trapped. Alright. Kristoff, roll reflexes. Let's see. What's he got? 2 agility. No reflexes. 2d10. 3 and 5. Ouch. He takes 15 damage. Alright, jiggling the door and trying to get through it just triggers this trap in the doorway, flings a bunch of darts at him, and he can't get out of the way. He's too focused on it. So a bunch of them stick into his armor. But now that that's out of the way, it's time to take out the great axe. Seems like practically every freaking door we've ran into except one has been stuck or locked or both. So here we go. Great axe. Let's start hacking. Hacking away at this. Let's see, we've got durability 8 and constitution 4, so we need to hit 8 4 times. We've got 3, 8, 1, 6, 2, 5, 10. 10 and the 8 makes 3. That's not enough. We're gonna have to spend even more time. We will, however, increase the risk every time we do this because it's freaking loud. But we've already determined that there's nothing in here. So we're just gonna keep going, and then we'll deal with whatever comes from the other places. Alright, 6, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9, 10. That'll do it. 8, 9, and 10 gets us 4 successes. So after a bit of time hacking at it, he does make it through. And what do we see? Let's see, this is a 2-sized room, I believe. Five by 5? That's a 2, yeah. So what does the first section show us? 6 and 1. Debris and shelves, okay. I'm gonna have to find like a mechanic I can use to determine if something in adjacent rooms can hear you or something like that. Because that's the thing I keep thinking about here. So Kristoff's gonna go ahead and enter the room completely and light it all up. What else do we find in here? 7 and 10? A weapon rack with a balcony. And then I don't think I even have a weapon rack token made up. Alright, hold on. Alright, we got one. Here she is. Probably over here. Given that that is a door. So yeah, we got a few things to check out in here. But let's see, what do these actually look like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a 2-sized room. These are 5 by 8, so those are 3-sized rooms. Let's go ahead and see if maybe one of these encounters triggers. So we'll go ahead and roll like an encounter roll. 5 plus 4 risk. Yeah, that would trigger an encounter. Okay, who hears us? Let's see, how should we do this? These can take like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll just roll 1d10 and use that to determine. 8. Alright, it comes from this way. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the episode here. Thanks for watching, and since you made it this far, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But most importantly, leave me some feedback in the comments. The game is still in development, so I'd like to hear what people think. And if you want to see more, I've got all these sessions on a playlist that you can watch back to back. There's also a bunch of links in the description for other places that you can find creatures. So, until next time, farewell, conjurers, and may you walk the waking dream.